Welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of Poppy Talk. We are so excited. My name is Lisa. I'm the staff aromatherapist here at the Golden Poppy.
I'm Genevieve, and we're here today with...
I'm Samantha. I'm also an herbalist here at Golden Poppy.
Yes, Samantha is our hot tea today, and we are so excited to have you and talk to you and really get to know more about you. So yeah, I'm excited. And the tea that you picked was... Brain Boost tea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, before we pour that, sorry, I jumped the gun there. So just a little bit about what we do and why we've kind of started this is we've wanted to open ourselves up to you guys so you guys can in turn open yourselves up to us. We can kind of get to know each other a little better, and I feel like I've even gotten to know everyone we've interviewed a little bit better. So that truly has been like the most beautiful part of this situation. So we want to open it up to people coming in and feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, open the conversation about herbs all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, to learn everything.
Yeah. I think we're always learning something every day, and, that's always super fun. So Jen has your...
I'll jump in with the disclaimer here. As a reminder, as always, nothing we discuss today... Yeah, hold it up.
Oh.
Nothing we discuss today is intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. Please consult with a qualified healthcare professional, whether that's a doctor, specialist, or clinical herbalist before starting any new herbal protocol.
Yes, safety is always number one.
Safety first.
Okay, so sorry, I jumped the gun on that Brain Boost tea.
Oh, but it's so exciting.
That's okay.
I was excited to drink it, to be honest. This one is, I think,
so good.
It is so good. So tell us why you picked it.
Well, I just love drinking it. I think that it tastes really good. I love the holy basil and the licorice flavor. But I also feel like it's really an effective, like I feel the effect of this tea. And I feel it's like gently stimulating, also like brings blood flow to the brain, supports the nervous system, all at the same time. I love it.
I could use that this morning.
Right.
Do you think, because sometimes people come in and ask for a coffee substitute, do you think this is a pretty good, suggestion? Is it gonna...
I would suggest this tea, as instead of your afternoon cup of joe, I would go for this, right? Because this isn't gonna affect your sleep cycles or anything like that, like an afternoon cup of coffee might. Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good suggestion. Okay.
Cheers.
Tastes good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was really good.
It is so good. That licorice really comes through. Mm-hmm. Yum.
I feel like I tend to recommend it for extra focus too, when studying or things like that, where you need to be hyper focused.
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon, like you said, we all need that sweet treat, and this is a perfect sweet treat.
Yeah.
I know it is. It's really tastes delicious.
Okay, well, let's get into our questions. Tell us about what was your path to herbalism, because I don't even think.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, let's see. When I was in college, I went to school in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Okay.
And I would always visit the apothecaries and the herb shops, and so that was kind of my introduction into this is herbalism. And it really wasn't then until I was always interested in health and the human body, and I thought that I was going to go into physical therapy, and I had been working in physical therapy for a number of years and was kind of disenchanted by just people's ability to heal fully, right? There are so many limitations either put on by, just the limitations within the modality or the insurance companies or whatever it was, and I was like, there's something more holistic, there's something more that I kept wanting to make suggestions for people, but it wasn't within that scope of practice. And then I was working at natural grocers at the home office, at the corporate office. Oh, cool. And I would, back in the day, natural grocers would have guest instructors come and teach classes at all the stores doing cooking demos and all sorts of things. And so I would get to vet the guest teachers and their classes. And so I would read people's bios that they would submit, and I would see some herbalists and like where they got their training, and I was like, that is so cool. Like, and so I kept looking into the schools, found School of Herbalism here, and eventually just was like, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah.
And here you are.
There I am.
When did you do that?
That was in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
About 10 years
10
ago.
years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you get to sit in on some of those, like, with the herbalists at Natural Groceries? Did you get to sit in some of those educational classes as well? Or did you mostly just kind of work on the behind-the-scenes stuff?
I worked behind the scenes because I approved the classes for every store nationwide.
Oh, okay.
And then
that makes sense.
Yeah, but then like at the local stores, like I got to meet a lot of the instructors and some of the herbalists and things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, certainly.
I love that.
That is cool.
Yeah. Well, and now you've kind of morphed into, in the last 10 years, into more of a teaching role, right? You've
Right,
kind of
yeah,
in
totally.
an instructor position.
Yeah, so I graduated from Herbalism School, opened up my private practice and was working in that way. And then I actually got hired back at the school where I went to. And I ran all of the programs there, taught a handful of classes, and then ultimately had the role as clinic director. And that, like, I feel like that was as far as I could go working at that school.
Yeah.
But continue to teach now at different apothecaries and do a lot of community education classes. And so, yeah.
Yeah, you've taught some cool classes here. I think you've taught that the tea ceremony class.
And
which
I do.
sounds really fun.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I love hosting tea ceremony. I do a monthly tea sit, and we do like it's like cha dao, and I brew gong fu style tea. So it's like the Chinese style of brewing tea.
I have no idea what that
And
is.
it's so beautiful, and I just really love introducing people to that style of brewing and that practice of, it's like a more ritualistic way of drinking tea, and to introduce that practice to people, and in hopes of it becoming a daily practice for them, I think it really just lights me up.
Oh my
What's
gosh.
the style of brewing, if you don't mind me diving into that? a
Yeah,
minute?
totally. So it's like in comparison to Western brewing, where
Like this.
or like if you were to go to like a tea house or something, that you might order green tea, but they steep it for like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right? And they use a smaller amount of tea and steep it for longer. Whereas in Gong Fu, I mean, there are so many different steps in Gong Fu, but just the brewing step, you use a larger amount of tea, like the tea to water ratio. And then you basically do flash brews. So it's very short brew times. So like for a green tea, it's maybe like 20 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
and it is the most delicious. Like
my
it
gosh.
makes the best tea, and then you get to steep that same tea over and over again,
Oh, and like
depending
taste
on the type
difference
of tea. And
as it
then
goes?
watch, yeah,
That's
Oh my
see it
gosh.
transform.
Well, if you guys want to
Yeah.
sign up for one of her
Yeah.
classes,
Yeah.
you should definitely do that. You can always go to our website, goldenpoppyherbs.com. Yeah, that sounds fun. We should
Yeah,
do that.
I'll make
Thank
sure in the
you,
show
yeah.
notes I'll have the list of
Oh,
all the classes
yeah.
so you can jump
Yes.
into that.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, and so tell us about the Fireweed School.
Yeah, so my dear friend Megan and I, we both taught at Colorado School of Clinical Herbalism, and then that's how we met. She was actually my herbalist when I was in school.
Cool.
And she ran the flower essence program while I was also the clinic director, and so we kind of shared these similar roles, and we decided to open up our own school of herbalism, and we're running this program. It's called the Practitioner's Village, and it's a post-clinical program. We meet monthly for a 3-hour roundtable, and we do case discussion, continuing education topics, and really create this beautiful container where other herbal practitioners or flower essence practitioners can come and really have this safe container to, seek guidance or get accountability or, ask questions about, their website or their cases or talk about a client.
Yeah.
And we felt like there was this need in our herbal community that wasn't being met, like for people to be able to continue their practice and not run into all of these issues that we would come up against, whether it's burnout or struggling to get clients or whatever it is, like to have a place to go to ask the questions, get support, and just be with other herbal practitioners and like have this like community of wisdom.
Yeah, I think that's so cool because
supportive.
when you're done with school, it doesn't stop there.
Right.
So offering a place for people to like continue that support and learning from each other, because I think, learning about herbs is like it's a lifelong journey. So it's really cool to offer that, and definitely will tell people how to get to that. How do they?
Yeah.
Do you have to complete a program to get into the Fireweed School? Or how does what are the
so
requirements?
For Practitioner's Village, it is a post-clinical program. So you do need some training. Like it's nice if you are interested in working with clients, right?
Yeah.
But you don't need to have clients already under your belt to join the program, right? Like maybe that is a goal of yours, is to get more clients, and having that kind of container of support could get you there. So that would be one reason why you might want to join. And you can go to fireweedherbalism.com and there will be information about the Practitioner's Village program and all information about Fireweed School of Herbalism and Vitalist traditions and what we're doing there. And we'll be enrolling in August when this episode comes out, and then
Very soon.
starting the next cohort in October. So yeah, when this episode comes out, the
Cool.
enrollment will be open, and it's year-long cohorts. So we keep it closed so that we can all like have this kind of close-knit, closed container for a year. So it goes from October through September.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now you mentioned you do so many things, which is so cool. I love it too. And to have your knowledge of flower and gem essences here in the store is truly amazing, because you are a flower essence practitioner. So can you speak a little bit about that and what that is? Because not everyone knows what flower and gem essences are. They're not essential oils.
Right, yes. Yeah, that's a really common distinction that we like to make, is with between flower essences and essential oils. But yeah, as a flower essence practitioner, I will work with folks with their mental, emotional, spiritual side of things, side of their health goals, because we know that there's no separation, right? One of my teachers, Paul Bergner, always says with any physical change, there's always a mental, emotional shift happening, and vice versa. Like with every emotional change or shift, there is like a physical representation of that. So that's just to say that there really is no separation, and it's really important, I feel like, to address both things. And usually it's really helpful to have that emotional support at the same time as you're doing other healing practices, so like whether you're working with an herbalist, taking your teas or your tinctures, I find that it's really supportive for folks to also have a flower essence formula to support them through whatever shifts they're going through. Yeah.
Powerful medicine.
Yeah,
for sure.
totally.
You've created a bunch of flower essence formulas here too, so you guys should check those out. Those are
so amazing. Yeah.
They've already been, I think they've been on the floor for a little bit now, but they have been so helpful for people. So
I'm so glad. Yeah.
Helping people is why we do this a lot, right? So that's really cool.
Yeah, I think that sometimes flower essences can feel like this kind of like unapproachable thing, and I want for it to feel like, oh, like I can take that, or like, oh, this isn't this like woo woo thing that like I don't know how to work with this, or if it's right for me, and so usually flower essence formulas are so customized to the person. It can kind of feel hard to be like, oh, here's flower essence formula that anybody can use.
Yeah.
Or, like, that feels hard to me, at least, because everybody's emotional picture is so different. And the indications for flower essences could be different. Like we could all be using the same flower essence, but for totally different reasons.
Totally.
And so,
and have different effects too,
and have
probably.
different, experience different shifts. But I think that in order for folks to feel like to understand that kind of medicine and just approach it more, I feel like it is helpful to make these formulas, whether it's like we have for sleep or for focus or grief. Yeah, that's a good one. That people can use and like actually like start to kind of feel those shifts. It's so gentle but profound. That's something we're always saying in flower essence. It's so gentle but so profound. That then maybe they might feel open to working with flower essences in like a really customized way.
And maybe a good place to start too, if you want to get interested in herbs.
Totally, yeah. Flower essences are so gentle, so safe, right? Kiddos, elderly, people on medications, pets, right? Like anybody can use flower essences with, no contraindications.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, we're doing great. Do you have a few different herbal allies that you're like absolutely connected to and loving right now?
I feel like always St. John's wort.
Cool.
Yeah, I like to call that plant ally solstice wort, and just like takes the like patriarchy out of it a little bit. But man, that plant is like a miracle worker. Just what I have seen, not only in myself, friends, family, but I feel like almost every client that I work with, I feel like in some way or another, like solstice wort kind of creeps in somehow and just works its magic, and it just continues to blow my mind, like what that plant can do and how it can support us. And
what's your favorite way to recommend it for people? I heard you recommend it to someone the other day, and I was like, gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I really love it as an oil,
yes.
As a topical application, yes. Because as a topical application, you don't have to worry about the contraindications. So St. John's wort taken internally, it has a lot of contraindications with like herb-drug interactions.
Yes, one of the most probably like top of the list, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Most studied, I feel like too.
Yeah, absolutely. But you don't have to worry about that with topical applications.
Yeah. She's right there.
And so making an infused oil, you can harvest it fresh, put it in some oil, and it is so beautiful. It just turns the oil this blood red color. Like it just is magic in so many ways, and it just blows my mind. And so for nerve pain, I have a couple clients with kind of like neuropathy like symptoms, and so they swear by their St. John's wort oil. And then nervous system support in general, so whether it's like neuropathy like pain, right, St. John's wort's really effective for that, but then also just nervous system support, just like lather my body in St. John's wort and you just feel better.
You had mentioned it about sunburns.
Yes, and also for sunburns.
Yes.
Yeah, so St. John's wort is a really, really fantastic skin healing herb as well, like a wound healer. And so for sunburned skin, you can put St. John's wort oil on, and it's like the next day your sunburn is gone. And it's like another magical thing. It's just wild. Yeah.
We do have that in the store for sale.
Yeah.
For sale. Also, it is your product that you wanted to feature was Deep Relief, which is in that as well.
It's in the Deep Relief cream. Yeah. I love the Deep Relief cream. It has St. John's wort oil and arnica oil and other like really beautiful pain relieving essential oils and things. Some camphor. But it really is an effective cream. I kind of get like tennis elbow symptoms, and I just put some Deep Relief cream on my elbow fairly often, and you feel it.
That's
like
awesome.
You just feel it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
That's great.
I'll be like, wow, I just like don't even feel my elbow right now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to spring something on you. Okay. So we're getting ready. So we're kind of finishing up all of our interviews, right? And so after that, we're going to do our herbal circles. Not sure if that's what we'll call it. I don't know.
You make a little jingle for it, I'm sure.
Oh, God.
Little circles.
There it is. I love it. There it is, right there. Done. Okay, so in our herbal circles, what we're going to do, or, maybe, it's still very brand new, but we had some ideas of, putting a bunch of like people come in for lots of things here, right? They come in for all kinds of things. So I'm going to give you guys a topic, and you guys are each going to say what you would do, because when people come in here, depending on who they work with, they may get just like a very different approach, which that is the very cool thing about working with herbs, right? There's so many different ways to approach things. Totally. So, since this is going to be coming out, when school is starting, okay, so how do you prepare, like maybe just like, I don't know, one or two things. How do you prepare yourself for the fall and like really like immune building time?
Yeah.
Genevieve.
So in the tea world, I would start by focusing on the nutrient and mineral rich herbs, like using all the nettle I harvested from the garden, and like making nice deep broths to kind of help build our systems. I say our as my family. And then from there, I really like working with like daily supportive tinctures, especially if like, I don't know, getting in the world of back to school, germs are flying around in our family. There's all kinds of things going on. So
Flying around
everywhere. Flying around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm only speaking towards my unit just because that was the question. But yes, they are.
Yes.
Yes. But we like to focus on a daily tincture with herbs like we make a really awesome echinacea glycerin and elderberry glycerin, using the reishi tincture, astragalus, a little bit of rose hips.
Ooh,
not only does it taste absolutely divine, like in a formula that is supported with glycerins as well as the alcohol-based tinctures, but I feel like I see a huge difference in my kiddos bringing home illness versus some of my peers who may not support in that same exact way.
Yes, and that sounds like it tastes
Oh my gosh,
delicious.
it's great. Every night they're like, tincture please. Like, I just
do you do morning and night typically?
During that season, we'll mostly just do nighttime.
Nice.
So the body does so much of that like work at night to like prepare and heal that I feel like alongside a great night's rest with some immune boosting, like that feels really good, and none of that is stimulating enough to like keep them up or anything like that. But that's kind of where we go to.
What's the broth that you talk about? The deep broth.
So I like to do a broth with like nettle, astragalus, reishi, whatever other mushrooms we kind of have on hand.
Yeah.
Shiitake isn't my favorite taste-wise, but it can be really good in there as well. But I like to do like a really deep broth. I do like instant pot, like all day long kind of broths, and then we just kind of like sip on that throughout our days. And it's delicious. And I'm like quite a cold human, so I like to add like circulatory herbs like ginger and you know, like things that are going to be nice and warming as soon as it gets chilly. Which is like August. I don't know. This feels like that starts happening.
Especially at night.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's kind of
awesome.
where I usually land with that.
Very cool.
I'd love to hear your perspectives.
I'm such a broth girly.
Oh.
Through and through, yeah. So yeah, mushroom broths, bone broths, and yeah, all of those immune supporting herbs. So astragalus and ginger, turmeric, the mushrooms. I really love shiitake. Like putting that in a mushroom broth or in like a bone broth. And then elderberry syrup. That's like such a great time to make elderberry syrup.
Easy to do at home too.
Easy to do at home. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we sell a kit for it too.
Yeah, and you can just it's like making tea and then adding in honey to make it a syrup. So yeah, super easy and super effective and so yummy. It's like the medicine that you want to take, right? And then also I feel like that time of year is a really great time to make fire cider, right? Like harvest from your garden, whatever you have in there, you know, your horseradish, peppers, and like all like the brightly colored foods and medicinals to get in all those antioxidants. Also, like rose hips are coming at that time of year. You know, August into September, like late September, I think is a really great time, especially in the mountains. Like even into October, after that first frost up high,
they get
those
so
rose hips,
sweet.
so good.
So good.
Cool.
And that's the start of like citrus season too. So like that's a great time to like purchase like some yummy citrus for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, cool.
So fun.
Yeah. I know I was thinking, I was like, do I talk about essential oils? Do I say about that?
Please.
Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up here soon. Okay. But you know, we do have the Thieves essential oil. Only thing I would really suggest is, you know, maybe making it into a spray, but doing the proper dilution. Because that blend is very potent, especially for like little kiddos. So if you want to talk about that, you can come in. We can talk about that. And then also essential oils, I think that are just really calming, because I feel like the more calm we are, our immune system really responds to that. So if we can just like be really, just do things that are just bringing that calming energy, I think that can be helpful too. So lavender, frankincense, cedar, all kinds. All kinds of
and that
things.
time of year is so jumbly, just with things ramping back up in different directions. The city gets so busy with all the students, and like everything just changes. And I think that's a great idea.
Awesome. Well, I think they're all super great ideas. Well, I think it's time to wrap up episode 10.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Thanks
Sam.
for having
Oh my
me
gosh.
on.
And the coupon codes for both of these will be in the show notes.
Yep, in the show notes. You can always go to email us at puppytalk at golden poppy herbs.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Brain boost.
Brain boost.
It'll be in the show notes.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate all of you, and we hope to talk and see you all soon. And as a famous British playwright said, where there is tea, there is hope. So,
cheers.
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 Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.